It had been over a week since Ruin planted some deep conditioning into Eclipse, and he had begun to see Eclipse questioning things more than he would like. So, that day, while he and Eclipse worked, Ruin decided he would take the opportunity to refresh that conditioning. He caught Eclipse while he was distracted and watched as, within seconds, Eclipse's movement slowed. His body went limp, and his pupil LEDs blinked off before returning bright white. Ruin laughed, seeing how quickly the protocol took over at this point.
"Come to me, Eclipse."
Instantly obeying, Eclipse walked to where Ruin was standing, placing himself directly in front of Ruin. Ruin gushed over his masterpiece.
"Ah, there he is."
He slowly ran a hand down the side of Eclipse's faceplate and relished in the way Eclipse leaned into his touch.
"Sit with me, dear."
Ruin sat and watched Eclipse do the same, still facing him.
"Very good."
Ruin took hold of one of Eclipse's hands and rubbed slow, rhythmic circles with his thumb.
"Tell me, Eclipse, who do you listen to?"
"You, Ruin."
"Who do you obey?"
"You, Ruin."
"Good. Now you need to remember that you should always trust me, no matter the situation, no matter your state of consciousness. You always trust my words. Tell me what you must do."
Eclipse spoke between soft moans.
"Always trust Ruin."
Ruin continued the fluid motion of his thumb as he spoke.
"Excellent. I want to give you a way to remember that command more easily while you're conscious. Do you feel the way I am holding your hand? The way my thumb is making small circles on the back side of your palm? I want you to associate that motion with your order to always trust me. Whenever I hold your hand and rub circles on it like this, I want any doubts in your mind to vanish. When you feel me doing this, you will forget any questions you may have had, and you will just trust me. Now, repeat your command so your mind can establish this link."
"Always trust Ruin." Eclipse's pupils flashed. The phrase spilled from his voice box again and again, all while Ruin was still rubbing those small circles on Eclipse's hand. After around 2 minutes, Ruin held his thumb still, but kept his soft grip on Eclipse's hand.
"Very good, Eclipse. You may stop now."
His attention was drawn to Eclipse's empty stare. Ruin supposed he could get a bit more enjoyment out of Eclipse being in this state.
"Now, how about just a bit of pampering for my sweet servant? You have been so good for me, after all. Come here and lay against my chest."
Eclipse crawled closer and laid so that his head was resting on Ruin's chest. A small groan escaped his voice box as he nestled himself in. Ruin wrapped one arm around Eclipse, holding him close, and he stroked Eclipse's faceplate with his other hand. Because of his own words to Eclipse just then, Ruin was once again reminded of that song. It felt fitting, being with his own sweet, submissive subject. He hummed the familiar tune softly as he continued petting Eclipse. From the fuzzy feeling in his head, Ruin Eclipse knew immediately that he must have lost some time again. It seemed to be happening more and more recently. Before he could even take note of his surroundings, he became aware of something heavy against his body. He then recognized that, whatever it was, he was holding it in his arms. Then a sound hit his sensors. a frighteningly alive sound. A chill went through him. He was holding someone. Finally, his senses returned to him fully, and Ruin Eclipse could now recognize the body pressed closely against him.
Eclipse!
The chill rapidly changed to red-hot embarrassment. How did they end up like this? What happened during his memory lapse? His thoughts were interrupted by the sound again, and Ruin Eclipse could now recognize it as a groan. But not like Eclipse's usual groans of annoyance. The heat in Ruin Eclipse's face grew. Oh my. He looked down so he could check if Eclipse was asleep. He must be. Why else would he just be laying there like that and making those sounds? And yet, when Ruin Eclipse managed to get to where he could see Eclipse's face, he found two piercing white pupils staring out at nothing. Fear ran through Ruin Eclipse.
Eclipse, please get off of me!
Ruin Eclipse's terror sank further in as he watched Eclipse stand without any hesitation, still just staring straight ahead, with those striking pupils glowing brighter for just a moment. Ruin Eclipse pulled himself to his feet, noting that Eclipse had still not moved his gaze anywhere other than directly in front of him. He paced from one side of Eclipse to the other on trembling legs. Still not a single bit of movement.
Eclipse?
Ruin Eclipse's voice was shaking along with the rest of his body.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Ruin.
Eclipse's voice was entirely void of emotion. If Ruin Eclipse had a functioning digestive system, his stomach would have turned.
Why do you sound like that?
Ruin Eclipse's question gained no answer.
Please, what's wrong?
Ruin Eclipse clasped both of Eclipse's hands, leading to another brighter flash of Eclipse's pupils, and a soft moan. Ruin Eclipse instantly released his grip as his blush returned. He now just stared up at Eclipse, horrified. Then he thought of something.
I'm calling Moon.
It only took a couple of rings before Moon picked up the phone.
Hello?
Moon?
Ruin? What's going on?
Something is wrong. Very, very, very wrong.
Okay, calm down. Breathe. Tell me what's happening.
Ruin Eclipse tried to take a moment to calm himself, but his nerves were completely shot.
It's Eclipse. I think there's something very wrong with him. He's barely said a word and he just keeps staring.
He's just staring at you?
Not even at me! He's just been staring out somewhere! Out at nothing, practically!
Based on what Ruin Eclipse could hear from over the phone, he guessed Moon had just stood.
Alright, I'll be right there. Is there anything else I need to know?
Ruin Eclipse's face became hot again.
I don't know if I can describe the other things. It's a bit embarrassing.
Okay. You're in the West Arcade, right?
It only then struck Ruin Eclipse that he hadn't even noticed the room he was in. He had been completely focused on Eclipse, and he hadn't taken a good look around. He was suddenly more afraid. This didn't look like any room he had seen before.
I'm not certain.
What do you mean you're not certain?
Moon, I'm going to be quite honest. I've never seen this room before.
Oh, great. Cool, I'll try to find you. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Ruin Eclipse looked around some more. Maybe there was something that could tell him if he was at least still inside the Pizzaplex.
Should I try to find an exit or something?
No. Stay where you are. I'll be there as soon as possible.
Okay. Thank you, Moon.
Bye.
The call was ended. Ruin Eclipse turned his nervous gaze back to Eclipse.
Don't worry, my friend. Help is coming.